So, we all know that Disney has been doing their live action remakes for quite some time now of their classic animated films. Well, it looks like DreamWorks or Universal Pictures over there, they want some of that green that they're seeing from those live action Disney remakes because it was announced today we are getting, believe it or not, a live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. This comes to us from Hollywood Reporter. Taking a massive swing, Universal Pictures has put in motion a How to Train Your Dragon live-action movie with Dean DeBlois, the filmmaker behind the original animated trilogy, back in the saddle as the writer, the director, and the producer. And that comes from Hollywood Reporter. So I've got a couple thoughts on this, and I'm going to throw it to you, Zach. First of all, I've seen some people online not too happy about this news. I'm actually okay with it. I find the How to Train Your Dragon animated series to be. I see your face over there, man. I see your face. let me hear me out. Hear me out, okay?
All right.
I find the How to Train Your Dragon animated movie series pretty underrated. I think it's a fantastic animated series, up there with like Toy Story and the other classics, Shrek and all that stuff. I think there is so much potential to do something really unique and creative once again with this property in live action. I don't even necessarily think they need to stick to the Viking story. I don't even necessarily think they have to stick to the same setting as the animated ones. They could really make these different. They could even set it maybe in modern day. They could set it in another period. There could be some really cool stories told with this dragon dynamic between a boy and his dragon in live action. I think I'm not going to write it off. I think there's a way that this could be fun and good. I mean, just look at Avatar. The Avatar sequences where they're flying on those Pandora dragons. I mean, those are so much fun. Those are mesmerizing to watch. I mean, I'm not going to say this is going to have the budget as an Avatar film, but if it did and they were able to pull that off within live action, I think it could be a really fun theater experience. On the flip side of that, the big problems I have with the live action Disney remakes a lot of the time is that they're just the same movie, copy and pasted, just not done any better than the animated one was. And what kind of concerns me a little bit is the fact that they have the original writer, director, and producer coming back to be the writer, director, and producer. He could very easily just copy and paste his work. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to, but that's something that I would not want to see. I would not want to see the same exact story, the same exact thing that I saw back in, 2010 in animation form, just done in live action. I feel like that's where the live action Disney remakes lose me, and that's where this could lose me as well. But I'm not jumping off board. I'm on the train for now, and I'm going to give this a chance. Zach, I see you making all kinds of faces over there. What do you think, buddy? What are your thoughts on this?
All right, look. I see what you're saying. I really do. But all I see is just DreamWorks trying to cash in on something and follow the Disney formula. Look at what people were doing when they saw the Marvel formula was working. The DC Extended Universe was born. Didn't exactly pan out. The Monsterverse was born with Godzilla versus Kong and all that stuff. It's working out a little better, but not really in a sense. The dark universe with the Mummy and the alleged Jekyll and Hyde movie that was supposed to come out, epic fail. So when you're following a formula that has worked for other studios, probably isn't going to lead to the best outcome. Now, does that mean that I won't watch this live action remake once it does or does not come out? Because I'll be honest with you guys. Zach texted me this story earlier this afternoon saying that he wanted to add it, and I legit thought he was ribbing me. Like, I thought, I was like, you're joking, right? There's no way. There's no way this is real. But lo and behold, Hollywood Reporter is reporting that. I trust Zach for sure. And man, yeah, it's very, very tempting for the same director to come in and just do the same thing again. But has anybody here ever heard the phrase, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? That pretty much sums up my thoughts here. Now, I don't necessarily think that the Disney live action remakes are, like, by comparison, they try and do enough different, at least, doesn't necessarily mean it works all the time, because it leads to severe plot holes in every facet of the word. Look at the ending to Pinocchio last year. Made zero sense. Look at the if you even look at the Beauty and the Beast remake, which I actually kind of enjoy as an adaptation, the book that Belle reads in the Beast thing where she can be transported anywhere possible when she's supposed to be his prisoner, that's a plot hole.
Yeah, like, yeah, that was weird.
Disney has such a huge problem with with vindicating the remake's existence, if that makes sense, aside from just, making the money motion for anybody listening to the audio version. But yeah, man, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I'm very hesitant to say that I like this. I'm sure it'll be really pretty looking. I'm sure the CGI will be really cool, but why would I need to watch this movie when the first animated movie was so perfect?
That's fair. That is fair. You know what's crazy? Is that animated? How old is that now? Is that 12 years old?
2010.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's 14 years old.
Yeah, I remember.
No, it's 23, 13 years old.
Remember when I saw that in middle school, man? That was a really fun day. But
yeah, wow. Well, I mean, it's possible that a whole new generation could grow up on the live action movies. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of How to Train Your Dragon getting a live action remake? Are you excited? Or are you like Zach, or you're just like, stay away, don't do this? Comment down below, let us know.
I never said stay away, but it's like I'm gonna give it a chance. But it's also like why would you need to do this aside from monetary gain? Like you gotta prove to me that this is worth existing, aside from just being like, oh, this is exactly like the first one. So like why would I need to watch the first one if you have I don't know. People
well, whatever you guys think, comment it down below, let us know, and let's take a look at what you guys are saying.